Well, a Fox News alert, beloved actress and comedian and American icon Betty White has died at the age of 99, just a couple of weeks before her 100th birthday. She was to turn 100 on January 17th. Jillian, she was just a few weeks away. It is hard to believe. I really expected her to make that 100th mark. Really the end of an era here, the last of the Golden Girls to pass away, a beloved actress. I mean, who doesn't love Betty White? We're just learning about this news coming into the newsroom this afternoon. Someone who always had a gleam in her eye and brought her good spirits to the screen. I really don't know anyone who didn't admire and love Betty White. How about you, Jillian?
Yeah, I mean, I like what you just said, that she always had a gleam in her eye. She really did. She was a total TV bad ass, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, and trailblazer in TV. A lot of people don't realize it. She set a record. The longest running woman on television. That was Betty White. So that's a record she takes with her. Nobody can break it. You know, what's interesting is her career began in 1939. And when you think about the state of television then compared to now, it's incredible the scope of the work that she's done, the way people looked and talked and acted on TV. I mean, it's all changed, right? And she was able to adapt herself. She was relevant and engaging, and people loved her then, and she was relevant and engaging, and people loved her now. So it's really incredible.
Yeah, it is. And you talk about the scope of her work. She actually started in radio when she was 8 years old. Wow. So she really spanned all sorts of platforms of entertainment. And like you said, she was able to stay relevant and, you know, seemingly ever young. She certainly never looked like someone who was in her late 90s to me. And you said that she was the longest person ever working in television. She earned a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records for that in 2018. So many accolades for this woman, and so many people will be so sad to hear of her passing. You know, movie theaters across the country were gearing up to devote a day to her on her birthday, January 17th. Perhaps they'll still do that, and you know fans will flock there. She has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I can only imagine people are going there right now with flowers and notes and all kinds of remembrances.
Yeah, well, I certainly hope they go press forward, you know, with that January 17th event. It'll be my daughter's 6-month birthday as well, so something, another nice thing to look back at with her and think about. In the interim treat, we've got Chief Correspondent Jonathan Hunt. He's taking a look back at the beloved actress's life. Take a listen.
Betty Marion White was born January 17, 1922 in Oak Park, Illinois. During the Depression, her parents moved with their only child to Los Angeles, where she attended Hollywood High School and later got her start on local TV. Her break came in 1949 with Hollywood on Television, a variety show that ran 5 hours a day, 6 days a week. That success led to a sitcom.
Betty White in Life with Elizabeth.
And her own variety program, The Betty White Show.
I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood.
After that, she took a job that would change everything. As a celebrity contestant on the game show Password, she met the man she called the love of her life, third husband, host Alan Luddin.
And I'll give the first password tonight to Betty White.
Then in 1973, Betty landed the first of 2 landmark roles.
I'm sorry, Billy, but I cannot do a chocolate souffle with only 2 cameras.
Sue Ann Nivens, the happy homemaker who was anything but on the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Go ahead, Lou. You're stronger than I am. Press your advantage.
It was supposed to be a guest appearance, but it became a full-time job and earned her 2 Emmy Awards. In 1980, husband Alan was diagnosed with stomach cancer. He died the following year. Betty never remarried and never had children. She continued taking guest starring roles and game shows until she once again found a perfect part.
Yeah, I got a call from Lois Nyland.
Oh, that's Rose Nyland. Rose, as in a series of seats in a movie theater.
On Golden Girls, Betty's character was the opposite of Sue Ann, the kind-hearted, scatterbrain Rose, known for sharing stories from her small-town upbringing.
Lost the Little Miss St. Olaf pageant, did you? 3 years in a row.
Along with acting, Betty was passionate about animal welfare. She spent more than 4 decades working with the Morris Animal Foundation and the Los Angeles Zoo, and won a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Jane Goodall Institute.
My life is divided absolutely in half show business and half animal business, and I'll do anything I can to make life better for these guys.
Our guest of honor, Miss Betty White.
In recent years, Betty's career enjoyed a renaissance. First, she appeared in a hard-hitting Super Bowl commercial.
Come on! You're playing like Betty White out there.
That's not what your girlfriend said.
Then an internet campaign helped her land a hosting gig on Saturday Night Live. It became SNL's highest-rated show in nearly 2 years.
And now I'm here tonight because you wanted me to be.
Then, when her new show, Hot in Cleveland, premiered, the pilot set a ratings record for the TV Land network.
I've been the caretaker of this house for 50 years, but you can kick me out.
In all, Betty earned more than half a dozen Emmys, 3 American Comedy Awards, a Grammy, and 3 Screen Actors Guild Awards, including a Lifetime Achievement.
This is the highest point of my entire professional life.
With her quick wit, impeccable timing, and generous personality, Betty White leaves behind a lasting legacy of love and laughter. Jonathan Hunt, Fox News.
Thanks to Jonathan Hunt for that great package. Anita, TMZ is reporting that during the pandemic the last 2 years, Betty was very cautious. She wanted to protect her health. She mostly stayed at home. They said she spent a lot of her time by watching TV, unsurprisingly, and reading books and doing crossword puzzles. I like to think of her last weeks and months and even days on Earth as being spent restfully, peacefully, at home, surrounded by people she loved. We don't know anything about the cause of her passing yet. We will bring you breaking details, of course, on that while we get them. Anita, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, you know, I really enjoyed watching and listening to Jonathan Hunt's obituary of Betty White and looking at the highlights of her 9 decades in television. And, you know, I remember that Saturday Night Live appearance, and it was so funny. And, you know, how many women into their 90s could host a show like that? I mean, just think about that to have the wherewithal, to still have the comedy, the timing, the sense of humor, to do that is really astonishing. And it really shows you what an amazing person she was. And to do so many different things in television. There you see her with Snake. She was an avid animal lover, as we heard in that report. She didn't have children, so she considered her animals her children, and she devoted a lot of time to the care of animals. But you know, as we watched that report, so many different things that she did: hosting game shows, parts in some of the biggest series on television, the Mary Tyler Moore Show, Life with Elizabeth. That was one of her first shows. It is just amazing to look back at the scope of her career, and we really celebrate her life.